Good Friday evening to you, everyone. How are you? It's good to see you, and it's good to be seen by you. I, being glad about doing the seeing and being happy about it, am the one and only Bill Sylvie, aka the Dungeon Delver, coming to you live, loud and clear on a Friday evening. And isn't it a wonderful Friday evening? Because this is the first Friday in October. And if you've been watching this show more than for just a little while, you will know that Fridays in October, we switch from our usual programming of playing some science fiction-y games. We've been in a Gamma World groove for many, many, many moons now. But we do things a little bit differently. And if you'd like to know more about how we do things differently and stay up on top of all the fun things we do, if you haven't already, please do me a favor and click the subscribe button, particularly taking care to make sure that the bell icon is clicked and you can find out about all of these cool live streams and the little interstitial videos that I occasionally like to do. So I absolutely hope you will do that, and you will stick around, and you will find out what exactly we are going to do, because October, of course, is the spooky season. We approach the Samhain, the season of the witch, Halloween, All Hallows Eve, if you will. And that is a time when we like to set aside other things to get our fright on. And for the last few years, that's what we've been doing on Friday nights here on the Delver's Dungeon live stream. We play the great Chaosium RPG Call of Cthulhu. Now, you may be familiar with Call of Cthulhu as a sort of a 1930s gas lamp and gangsters kind of era RPG. But it's flexible. It's very flexible. I don't need the dark unknown to be right outside your doorstep to scare the hell out of you. And that's the beauty about Call of Cthulhu. We've run somewhat one might consider classic Call of Cthulhu sessions, of course. Our first two were set in the 1920s and 30s. Last year, we kind of moved things forward a little bit in the timeline. You don't think of 1970 as being 55 years ago, and yet there it is. So in this particular session that we're doing, our Call of Cthulhu game is set in a slightly more modern vein. It's set in the year 1989. Unless you think, oh well, that's just too recent, guys. That's still 36 years ago. All right, did your bones just creak? Did you suddenly realize you need to make an appointment with your doctor? Because yes, it is still a very long time ago as these things go. But you'll see all that as the game unfolds, and I hope you guys will stick around for that. Now, before we get too deep into it, of course, I got to talk about our sponsors. Our sponsor is, of course, me, the Dungeon Delver. Guys, we have some great merch with designs done by the one and only Tracy Lesh. You can check those out. The link is in the description down below. You can see that. We've beautiful piece of merch that Tracy has put together for us, and you can get it on pint glasses, t-shirts, stickers, vinyl prints. I think there's like a tea-back kind of t-shirt thing, and hoodies. Guys, the fall season is coming. You want something warm to bundle up in, get yourself a Dungeon Delver hoodie. So I hope you will be checking that out. And of course, don't forget, even though we're playing Call of Cthulhu, you might also want to consider CROM, the Character Record Organization Manager. CROM is the last word in first edition character creation and management. It's $25, folks. You will you will wonder how you lived without it at your AD&D tabletop. I promise you that. If you're interested in Crom, you can drop me a email, bsylvie@gmail.com, not .crom.com, and I will let you guys know how to get yourself a copy of what I think is the premier first edition AD&D character management software. So tune into that if that's your jam. Now, there's one little thing I do want to mention. You might be wondering, you might be kind of like, wait a minute, what's different over there at the Delver's Dungeon? And kind of curious, am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? If what you think you're seeing is a wood grain original D&D set, well, a very nice replica thereof, then no, your eyes do not deceive you, for this is a complete original Dungeons and Dragons set reproduction, handcrafted by yours truly, including a copy of Chainmail. And I can hear you typing madly on your keyboards. Thank you, David Montgomery. I happen to think it's a great program too. If you're madly hammering away on your keyboards, wondering how can I get an OD&D set of my own, well, you are in luck, my friends. Let me tell you something. We, on the night of December 25th, myself and Mrs. the Dungeon Delver will be holding a drawing, and 4 lucky people will receive this recreation of original Dungeons and Dragons and Chainmail in this gorgeous wooden box. And you might be wondering, how do I get in on that drawing? It's not signed by Heidi Orbital. Unfortunately, she's not proximate to me, and I wouldn't put the onus on her to go out there and to have to ship them, and then she spend all day writing on them. But I will sign them. So these OD&D reproductions, well, 4 exactly like this one, are available, or your chance to win, rather, let me back up from that. Your chance to win comes when you join us over on Patreon or as a YouTube member. Paid patrons and paid YouTube memberships are all automatically entered in for the chance to win the OD&D box set. If you haven't signed up yet, fear not. You have until October 31st, no later, October 31st, to join us as a paid patron or a member here on YouTube. Not just subscribe to the channel, but join us as a member. But here's the good news. It's open to all tiers. Whether you come in for $1, $5, or $10, your name goes in the hat, or in this case, on the spinning wheel. Now, I will say, if you sign up tonight, don't think you can, I'll sign up and then I'll unsubscribe tomorrow. No. You have to stay with us through the end of December. So at the very least, I'm into you for a couple of bucks. Okay. But that $2, that 2 months of membership, gets you a chance to win the wood grain OD&D sets, reproduction sets, handcrafted by yours truly. So I hope that you will consider doing that. I know some of you folks support me over on Patreon already. Some of you folks are YouTube members already. Fear not, you don't have to do anything special. Your names are going in the hat. You're absolutely getting a chance. As Yang says, if you do sign up tonight, everyone will know how effing cool you are. I'm not the arbiter of cool. So you may or may not be a cooler person if you do that. But if Yang thinks you're cool, well, that's all the better, because Yang is pretty cool himself. So he's the arbiter of cool, and he says, well, folks, there it is. There it is. Yang is the arbiter of cool, and he says he's cool. You're cool if you sign up. So so there it is, folks. A chance to win a reproduction of original D&D, wood grain box, white cover sticker, white sticker on the side, 3 little booklets. Oh, but wait, you also get a copy of Chainmail. And of course, big shout out and special thanks to Matthew Tapp for not just making the boxes available, but for giving me all the pointers I need to make these things as close to the original as I can. So, yes, that is that is, again, your eyes do not deceive you. This isn't just something I faked. All right. It's not a green screen. You know, I can go behind it. I can go in front of it. I can touch it. I can interact with it. I'm just being very ginger because I don't want it to slide off and knock a bunch of stuff off. So yes, if that kind of thing interests you. And one thing I do want to point out about this, folks, in the last few minutes here before we start tonight's game, one thing I do absolutely, unquestionably want to point out is that this is entirely playable. All right. This is not going to be some fragile thing where it's like, I opened it and it fell apart and the print rubbed off and everything else. I would hope that you would get this, and at the very least, use it at home to game with. It's made from the same weight cardstock and paper that original Dungeons and Dragons was. Now, hey, if you win this and you want to put it up on a shelf and say, no, don't touch it, do the full Derek Smalls, you know, where you're like, well, don't point at it. Don't even look at it. We've finished here, kind of thing. That's entirely up to you. That's totally and entirely up to you. But I would hope that you would realize it's a game and it's meant to be played. I'm reminded of a discussion I had with Alan Grohe, Grodog of Grodog's Greyhawk. When we talked about, there are in existence perhaps 3 or 4 of these sets that have no cover stickers or spine stickers, but they're shrink wrapped and they have books in them, but they are shrink wrapped as they were back in 1974 when they tested shrink wrap machines on them. And of course, the joke is there could be like 2 Reader's Digests and some rocks in there, for all anyone knows. And I was teasing Alan. I said, I couldn't resist. I would take that somewhere and get it fluoroscoped or MRI'd so I could see what's in it. And Alan's word to me was, I wouldn't. I'd rip that. I'd rip that shrink wrap off, so I would know. So, and I'm with that. I'm with that. I'm with that. So, Daniel came out of his shrink wrap in 74. Excellent. But anyway, that is this year's holiday gift. I hope you'll consider giving us your patronage or your membership here on YouTube, at the very least, to get a chance to win these, because folks, these 4 are the only ones that I'm putting up as holiday contest giveaways. That's it. Now, I will make more. They are being given as gifts to friends. I am donating at least 2 of them. One is going to the Page, Philadelphia area PAG, Philadelphia Area Gamers Expo, to their charity auction, and one to EggCon, to their charity auction. So if you go to if you don't win and you go to either one of those cons, you can bid on it. I don't know what it'll be like, but there we go. Anyway, I've run my mouth enough, and it's time to get serious. It's time to get spooky. Now, one thing I am going to say, one thing I do want to let you guys in on is this game tonally is very different from the high fantasy and lowbrow high fantasy of first edition AD&D that we play here on Tuesdays. It's a little bit different from Kyle's lightweight homebrew games that he runs on Wednesdays, and it's a lot different from the sandbox post-apocalypse mess of Gamma World that we play on Friday nights. But Call of Cthulhu requires a little bit of steering. Now, we don't do table reads, we don't do script writing sessions or anything like that. The dice fall where they may. Characters may go insane. We could finish up this year's Call of Cthulhu game with one sane character left. With one single sane character left. And to that I say that regardless of how railroady the game might seem, the dice ultimately decide what's going to happen. The dice ultimately decide what's going to happen. So, with that said, I'm going to put on my headphones and I'm going to welcome in our investigators tonight. Now, the most of them from our, all of them rather, from our Call of Cthulhu game. Tim is off doing cosmic horror stuff all his own, and we salute you, Tim, and hope that you can rejoin us for Gamma World. But this is the Gamma World crowd joining us. So first of all, we have Steckler, the NSA systems engineer, played by Kevin.
Hello. Just so you know, this avatar, just like anybody that gets Japanese characters tattooed on their body without knowing what they mean, that's the situation here. So I trust that Yang didn't abuse me.
I love it. I love it. Okay. And next up, we have Stephanie as Harris, the EPA environmental scientist.
Hello, everyone.
You are very muted. Adjust your mic, please.
Okay.
There you go. And speaking of Yang Yan Zhao, whom you can find here on YouTube at Yang Yan Zhao 4 for tons of content. I would be here another 20 minutes just telling you about the awesome content you can find over there. He is playing Lewis, a national park policeman. He works for the Department of the Interior. Yang is playing Lewis. Yang, hello.
Evening, everyone.
And last and absolutely not least, we have Doomsword as Andrews, the park ranger, also with the Department of Interior. Dooms.
Hello.
Hello. So welcome one and all. Let me go ahead and set the mood for you. The year is 1989. The world is changing. The Cold War is ending not with nuclear fire, but with handshakes. The Berlin Wall is cracking. Moscow and Washington talk about peace as if it's something inevitable. At home, the economy is booming. Wall Street hums. Silicon Valley flickers with neon promise. The malls are full. The music is loud, and a new decade is waiting just around the corner. Technology is growing faster than anyone can keep up. A briefcase carried cell phone weighs less than 3 pounds. People are getting computers on their desks, 386, 486. Satellite TV brings hundreds of channels. You've got 24 hours of news from CNN. The world is getting smaller, safer, brighter. At least that's what most people like to think. But then there are some people who know better. There's a handful of government employees scattered across different departments, different bureaus, who started to notice things that they weren't supposed to notice. They asked questions they weren't supposed to ask. They saw things they weren't meant to see. And when they didn't stop asking questions, their careers slowed, stalled, and then slid sideways into meaningless assignments. The kind of jobs you get right before you retire because you burned out, or before there's a tragedy at home, or before you just disappear altogether. Lewis, the Department of Interior park policeman, responded to a lost hiker's call one evening. He found one survivor badly frostbitten, despite the fact that it was 80 degrees at night. The hiker kept repeating, "The lights in the trees sang to us," before seizing and dying in the ranger station. His partner insisted there had only been one hiker, but Lewis, you remember carrying 2 backpacks out. Harris, you were assigned to monitor groundwater contamination in an abandoned factory, a Superfund site. Your instruments, they picked up bizarre chemical signatures, isotopes that couldn't exist, shouldn't exist. You found a beaker of something that can only be described as liquid carbon monoxide, but stable at room temperature. Weeks later, all the samples you filed were logged as contaminated and unusable. And even though no one believes you, you swear that one of the liquids, when you spilled it, moved against gravity, flowing uphill in thin rivulets, but only when exposed to full moonlight. Steckler, the NSA systems engineer, was monitoring satellite transmissions, intercepted encrypted traffic that didn't match Soviet or Chinese signatures. The data contained repeating trinary patterns, mathematical constructs far beyond human cryptography of the time. Your report was bounced back with a note, "Good catch, do not resend." And then you found yourself moved to a meaningless systems redundancy and archiving project. Andrews, Department of Interior park ranger, one evening out on routine patrol deep inside a state park, you discovered a herd of deer frozen perfectly in place, alive, breathing, but unblinking and motionless for hours. You could walk up, touch them, they wouldn't flinch. You found that you could move them, lift their feet, turn their heads. They simply refused to react. When you went back to your truck to radio in the report and turned and looked, all of the deer were staring straight at you. In the heartbeat it took you to realize how unnerving the situation was, they bolted, scattering into the forest, never to be seen again. Your report on this was filed away, and it was whispered, rumored that the good park ranger had maybe found something out in the woods to entertain himself with. Patches of certain herbs are often grown in government lands. So your career, likewise, entered a spiral. As you plod on through your gray, seemingly meaningless jobs, you find yourself passed over for promotion or reassignment. Lewis, one day, a couple of hikers in the boring, dismal, uninteresting state park you were reassigned to, on their way out just before closing, they bring you a fanny pack and they say they saw it hanging from a tree on one of the hiking trails. They asked everyone at the trailhead and at the refreshment station if they knew who it was, and they didn't, so they brought it to you. You opened it up to check for ID, and there was just a slip of paper. Harris, you receive a sample return at the wastewater facility you've been reassigned to. And when you open the box of test tubes, there's a folded sheet of typing paper underneath all of them. Andrews, when you go to your Jeep one day, there's an envelope tucked inside, almost like a bookmark. At first, you think it's something you might have done in a ranger's manual. And of course, Steckler. One day, your printer fires up, prints out a bunch of garbage. You don't know why. But there's a single legible line. All the notes contain this phrase, Green Box 17, and then a street address. Thinking maybe this wasn't meant for you, maybe the fanny pack that was found belongs there. Maybe it's someone trying to confess to computer fraud. Maybe it's where you're supposed to pick up additional water samples. When you go to this locker individually, inside the locker is a handgun with a magazine of bullets, a stack of papers inside a folder, so heavily redacted you don't know that you'll ever be able to make heads nor tails of it, and a VHS tape labeled Play Me. When you return home and you play the tape, there's a suited man, at least you think it's a man. You can see them from the shoulders down. The head is in shadows. The voice is distorted, but the message is clear. You've seen too much. You know too much. But you're not alone. If you want to fight back, come to the following location. Leave this back in the box as you found it. If you walk away now, no one will ever contact you again. But if you come, your life will never be the same. Steeling yourselves, realizing that you may have stumbled into something that could possibly have the answers that you're looking for. Why the deer? Why that hiker who died of hypothermia in the middle of an 80-degree night? Why cryptography that seemed to defy all logic, all mathematical possibility? Why chemicals that don't behave like anything on Earth? You know you have to have answers. So, you go to the Marriott Hotel indicated by the address spoken on the tape. At the time indicated by the address spoken on the tape. Taking the elevator up, you notice that there's 3 other people with you. You don't recognize any of them. They're probably folks just staying here at the hotel, or at least that's what you think until you arrive at the suite and all of you are standing in front of the door. There you are. What do you say? What do you do?
I think Lewis is gonna look around, and is this kind of like a busy area? This is off to the side.
No, this floor of the hotel, there's, you think when you start walking down the long hall to where this room is, one of the rooms you pass, you think you can hear a TV, but otherwise it's quiet. There's no hotel staff.
All right. Well, he's gonna put his hand on his gun, but he's not gonna draw it. And he's gonna say to the others, "Can I help you?"
So just out of context here, each
Sure.
of us found a locker with firearms and stuff
Ye-
in it, or
Each of you did.
okay, all right. So we all are basically armed. All right. Steckler will say, and I apologize, I won't be able to keep this up. It depends on my constitution, which isn't very good right now.
I understand.
I got a note to show up here, and I'm supposed to take a look in there. What, you got something, or something else?
Lewis will look him up and down, and using his cop's intuition, try to figure out if he's full of it or not.
How about Harris and Andrews? What do you guys do? Also, if you guys could let me know, did you all take the guns, or did anyone not take the gun?
Harris took the weapon.
Okay. And Yang, you said Lewis took yours. Did Steckler take a gun?
Yes.
All right.
Although he's not presenting it.
Okay. That's
so
fine.
it's not something in his hand, and he's not carrying it in a way that's visible.
All right. How about Dooms? Did Andrews take his?
No, he didn't. What is so Andrews happens to be basically kind of looking at the floor, minding his own business at the time. I would imagine that they encounter him. But
Okay.
but what does everybody look like? Do you have an idea? I'll give you an idea of what Andrews looks like.
Go ahead
and he's yeah. Okay. He's relatively tall. Maybe 6'4". Pretty broad shouldered. Somewhere in his mid 30s. You could tell he's got a pretty large frame, but not a lot of fat. Kind of a wiry guy, and he's got shaggy dark brown hair that peeks out from under a worn like U.S. forest cap, and then a short scruffy beard, green eyes.
Lewis is he's in his early 30s, but he looks 10 years older. He's got short hair. He's kind of medium height. You could tell that he's still got some cop muscle, but you notice the wedding ring on his finger, and you notice he's been putting on a few pounds. And he looks tired. He's got that perpetually tired look on his face.
Harris has got the look, not too far out of college. Kind of looks like a adult version of Revenge of the Nerds kind of character. Into the sciences and the bookworm. Still growing into a frame in that, so not ginormous by any stretch of the imagination, but got potential there, so we'll see what happens.
Strickler is about 6 foot tall and about 130 pounds. Very lanky, skinny. Looks like his haircut was a home bowl cut, although obviously he didn't do it himself. It's just too clean for that. Completely clean shaven, black hair, brown eyes. He seems to be very observant. He's always looking around, always staring at stuff, sometimes in ways that people are uncomfortable with. He'll look at somebody and keep looking at them even after they realize that, you know, it's a little odd. But yeah, he's got your standard black t-shirt, blue jeans, and you know, a pair of shoes that probably were the shoes he got when he went to college from his parents.
Okay, so you guys have a you guys have a good idea of what you look like, and you're all standing in front of this this suite. You do notice that this doesn't require an investigation roll or anything. Someone has done that little convenience thing where they take the safety latch and flip it outside the door, so you can just push the door open.
Strickland's going to take a look at the latch and he's going to say, looks like they're waiting for us in there. I hope it's okay. And he's going to start pushing in.
Okay, anyone else?
Yeah, Lewis he'll be right behind Steckler, you know, looking into the room, seeing what's there.
Okay.
Harris shrugs his shoulders and says, well, I guess the group's going, so he'll follow next.
Andrew's going in?
Andrews will kind of, still a little bit looking at the ground, shuffling his feet a bit as he makes his way into the room.
Okay. The room looks, for all the world, like it might be set up for for one of those hotel room interview or sales pitch kind of things. It is a small suite. There is a living area and obviously a door that opens into a bedroom. There's an AV cart, VCR, VHS tape sitting on top of it. There's pens and pads sitting out and around, but there's no one in here.
Lewis will quickly. Well, when you say pens and pads, how big are the pads?
They're just small notepads with a hotel chain pen clipped to them.
Then Lewis will take a couple and stuff them in his pants pocket.
Okay.
Does the videotape look like the tape we had that said "Watch me," or is it different? The one we picked up from the locker.
This. You know what? Let me see. That's a fine question. It feels much lighter.
Okay.
And at a glance, you can tell this thing has very little tape on the spools.
All right.
Are there any?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You good?
I was going to ask if there were any internal rooms, like a bathroom or a closet.
Yes.
Or anything like that.
There's a bathroom. There is a kitchenette that would make a college dorm kitchen look like the kitchen in a 5-star Michelin restaurant. Or how many ever stars they go to, I don't know. And of course, there is the bedroom.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna undo the traveler hack behind us, and then
Okay.
sort of mosey on to those other areas and check them out. Thanks, Kev. Sorry.
Harrison's going to grab a pad, a pen, and sit down and wait for somebody to put the tape in.
Okay. There is looking in the other rooms. There's a paper strip across the toilet seat. That's sanitized for your convenience. None of the little paper coffee cups next to the Mr. Coffee in the kitchenette have been touched. Other than the AV setup, this room looks like it has been entirely unused.
So is the AV setup like the schoolroom crash cart? Is that
Yes.
what this is? Okay.
Yes. Now there is an armoire that you presume there's a TV in, but this is kind of pushed in, blocking that off.
Okay.
What's the seating situation? I mean, are there like I might have missed it. Are there chairs
There's
around this thing?
there's a love seat kind of couch sort of thing, and a chair off to one side. Next to the kitchen nook, basically it's out into the living space where the TV is, because there's a little bar there, counter between the kitchenette and the living room. But there's a bistro table there you can sit at. There's no place in this hotel suite living area where you cannot see or hear the TV.
Right. Okay. My intention would be to sit over there at that bistro, somewhere alone.
Okay.
Strickler's gonna stand up and he's gonna say, I'm gonna check and see what's going on outside. These circumstances a little bit odd, and I don't know you guys, but if your situation's anything like mine, I don't need any more trouble, and I don't know what's going to be on that tape. So he's going to go back out towards the door, look down the hallways, and see if he can hear if there are people next door, right, in each side of the. Is there a room on each side, or is one? Is the ice maker on one side of it?
You pass the ice maker all the way down at the end of the hall near the elevator. Let me see. Give me a well, I tell you what, give me a listen roll. I'm not sure what your listen target is, but give me a listen roll.
Let's see. It is 55.
Go ahead.
So let's do this. Oh, yeah, that's the right order. Yeah, okay. Not a hidden roll. 55, isn't that interesting?
55, just exactly. There's very distantly faint TV noises, probably from the room that you passed where somebody had the TV on, but it just it sounds like the evening news, I'm Ted Koppel. This is Nightline. I look like Howdy Doody. But other than that, you don't hear anything.
All right, so I'll walk back towards the room, and if I can get back in the room, I'll do that.
Well, you did let it close behind you, so ka-chunk.
Yeah. And I figured that was going to happen.
All right, the rest of you in the room.
Be close.
I'm sorry, what'd you say, Dooms?
Sorry. I assume my character would be close, being that he's sitting at the bistro table thing. Yeah, I mean, I'll get up to open the door, unless there was something else that was supposed to happen.
No. You can go over there and do that. So, you open the door. It's just him.
Yeah, there's some people down here that they're making some noise with their TV, but it seems like everybody's either busy or gone. I think we're okay to go. And he'll go in the room.
Okay. Everything is as you left it. They haven't mutated or started a cult or anything in your absence. So, what do you guys wish to do?
So I'll sit down, and if I sit there for a few minutes and nobody's doing anything, is like, do you want me to put the tape in, or does somebody else want to? And he'll start walking towards the tape if that's the situation.
Lewis is going to while they're doing that, he's just going to check around the room. If the windows or if the blinds are open, he's going to close the blinds or the curtains or whatever they got. And then he's going to just check around and, casually look for listening devices or whatever. And he'll unplug the phone.
That, all right, that is going to be a spot hidden roll. Please give me a spot hidden check. What is Lewis's spot hidden?
His spot hidden is 75.
Go ahead and give me a roll, please.
And just to refresh my memory, we want to get under that number, right?
That or under, that is correct.
It says 21, but I didn't see anything roll.
I actually did see it on the screen there.
Okay.
So 21. So Lewis, you are looking around the room, and on the back, there's one of those rigid curtain rods that you can open and close the blinds with. On the back, up near the very top where the cam goes in, you see something about the size of your thumbnail, and there's a thin red wire leading into the Venetian blind mechanism.
What the hell is this? And he will start tracing the wire, trying to figure out where it's coming from, where it's going to.
Well, it goes into the metal box that makes up the Venetian blind mechanism. So you can trace it as far as you can see it, which is like 3/4 of an inch.
And where is it originating from? Like in the wall, or?
No, it's like, you have Venetian
it's
blinds.
Just looped in the blinds.
It's going up into the track mechanism that makes up the Venetian blinds, and that is attached to the wall. So
gotcha. Okay.
Where it goes from there, you don't know, because you'd have to tear the mechanism apart to find out.
Well, and he'll just say, "Hey, look at this," and he'll point it out to everyone.
Strickler's going to come up and say, "What's your name? I didn't even think to look for that thing."
Lewis.
You're Lewis.
Who are you, sweetheart?
I'm Strickler. I have some experience with this kind of stuff. I'm going to look and see if it's, if there's a battery or if it's solely just wired.
Give me, let's see. You know what? I don't have your character sheet in front of me. Do you have electronics?
I have electronics repair, electronics, computer use. I don't know what else you'd want.
Give me an electronics roll.
Okay, that's 65.
65.
And I did it backwards. Hold on. Let me flip it so the dice don't come up weird.
All right.
Yeah, it's not rolling. Did it roll? I got a 7.
I did see it. That's wild that it's not rolling on screen. Let me do this real quick and make sure. Yeah, see, now it's not showing up for me either. Let me see. Dice, and I'll try refreshing this.
I'll do the same, because I didn't even see it roll in the app, let alone I didn't see dice there. I saw that die.
Yeah, and we did not see that on screen. Pardon us just a moment, folks. This thing likes to mess with us sometimes. So sometimes we gotta mess right back with it. Gonna do that. Okay. And close that. And we're going to try this. We're going to see what happens here. All right, there we go. Now it's a working. Okay, but I did see your 7 that you rolled. Okay, so this is you kind of tug on the wire a little bit, and it actually terminates in a box that is tucked up behind the Venetian blind. It's held on with a little bit of Velcro. It's maybe the size of a couple of 9-volt batteries. In fact, you suspect one of them is a 9-volt battery, and it's an FM transmitter. So wherever is picking this up is nearby, because it's not going to have a lot of broadcast power.
Question.
Yes.
Would Lewis by any chance have a police walkie-talkie with him?
Did you come straight from work? I mean,
Sure, he's in his uniform.
I tell you what is your luck?
Luck is 55.
Roll it. If you have it, you just walked right in your Batman belt. If you didn't, you thought to be a little inconspicuous. 15.
15.
So yes, you do have your walkie-talkie.
He will take out his walkie-talkie, and he will slowly change it from channel to channel with whatever frequencies he has, and see if he detects the transmission that way.
Do you have electronics as a skill?
I do not.
You can click it band to band to band.
Yep.
You think you pick up a like a trucker CB, this is Jack Burton and the Pork Chop Express, and that's not it. And you click over a couple of times. You get excited for a minute, and then you realize it's just housekeeping. But other than that, no, you don't. You're not able to hone in on it.
When Steckler sees him fumbling with it, he's going to say, "Let me look at that. Maybe I can help you." I assume you want to try to see where that's going.
Yeah, of course. Just no unauthorized transmissions, all right?
Oh,
and
no worries. I don't need to transmit. We're just listening, right?
He'll hand it over.
So I'll look at it and see if it's a model that has FM.
No, it does not.
Okay. Well, yeah, unfortunately, this is UHF VHF, and I was hoping maybe it had the FM band in there, but it doesn't. So it isn't going to get what we want. The real question is, do we leave it? And he's going to look at the rest of the group.
So Lewis, he's going to take out one of those notepads he shoved down his pants, and he's going to write on it, "Start talking nonsense," and then show it to everyone.
Okay. They're investigating, Ross. They're in an interesting situation. All right, so you write that on the letter and or on the notepad rather, and show it around. Do you guys? Does anyone start doing that?
Well, Andrews is sitting down, still kind of looking down, a little whatever he is,
Okay.
and using like his carving jack and plucking away at a piece of wood.
Okay.
That he keeps.
Yeah, Steckler's gonna start recounting some of his Bastard Operator from Hell stories.
Nice.
Kind of introducing himself to the group with extended, very verbose stories of pain and suffering in
Yeah, Steckler's going on about something called Usenet. You're not like a fishing net. You have no idea.
it's so much better than FidoNet.
Lewis, he's going to signal to Harris to put the tape in, to watch the tape, and then signal to everyone else, just keep talking. So hopefully whatever's on the tape gets muddled in the transmission.
Okay.
Why we
do it?
Steckler decides, hey, just a second, I gotta go to the bathroom. Don't start that yet. And he's gonna go in the bathroom, turn the shower all the way on, turn the sink all the way on, and then
Nice.
stick his thumb out the door and give the thumbs up.
Harris will walk to the kitchen and turn those faucets on too.
All right, so you've got you've got the water going, showers going. You're all talking nonsense.
And I'm standing right below the receiver or the transmitter. I guess it's just transmitting, right?
Okay.
I'll stand right below it, talking really loud. So.
Okay. So you've started up the tape.
Yes.
All right. The tape crackles to life. This tape is not in good shape immediately. You can tell that. Lots of streaking, lots of tracking problems. The tape doesn't play anything. Not like a video of someone talking or even just audio. There is on the screen, there is that computer character generation that like when you put the tape in and press play, it's the blue and white letters up in the upper left corner that says play. Or when you tune in to the channel, that tells you where things are, very blocky letters like that, and it's playing, and it's displaying text as it goes. And there's the first page of text that comes up that says, if you have trouble reading at the speed that the screen is displaying this message, I recommend pressing pause. A few minutes go by, not a few minutes, 30 seconds go by, that wipes away. If you've made it this far, there are questions that you need the answers to. You're part of something now, whether you wanted to be or not. Screen wipe. I'm just sorry that you had to have your eyes opened like this. But you can help us help you and everybody. Screen wipe. There's a lot at play here, and you're going to help us make the bastards who did this pay. Screen wipe. Look at these numbers. Memorize them. Screen wipe. And we've got actually, you know what? Harris, give me, let's see. I'm not sure what do you have I can honestly not remember if this is a 5e skill. Do you have geography as a skill?
I don't see it on the list at all.
You don't see it on the list. Okay, this would be, I feel like
as far as the closest thing I know of is geology or natural history or a combination. Yes.
Well, it's a long string of numbers, but Lewis, you more or less recognize it. Steckler, you were in the NSA. You were part of the NRO. You know what this is. Those are map coordinates.
All right, I'll make sure to document that when I see it pass. If that's what it is, I'll just.
Okay. All
I
right.
know
Yeah.
I'm supposed to remember it, but forget about that. Because if you're
Okay.
off a little bit, it's off a lot.
Sure. All right. So you jot that down. There's a pause. The screen wipes, and a whole lot of text pops up on the screen. You might not think it, but there are definitely good guys and bad guys out there. Whatever conspiracy theories you've heard, believe this. There is an organization within our government called Majestic 12. Screen wipe. That has absolutely sold every man, woman, and child in the United States out to beings that they can't even comprehend, all in the name of winning a few political points. Screen wipe. Where you're going, they have an outpost. Find out what they're doing. If you think you can put a stop to it, then do it. When all is said and done and the dust settles, screen wipe. We will be in contact. That stays on the screen the longest for 5 minutes, and then the tape just dissolves into snow. All of you give me a listen check, please. We'll start with Kevin Steckler. I didn't realize
right.
I'd done that.
Let's do it.
Actually, I kind of like that.
What, these dice are in the wrong order. I'm gonna have to move them. 97. You can already know what that is.
No idea. All right. Kennick for Harris.
She has a 44 listen.
Well, roll the dice.
Yep, 97 as well. That's funny.
No idea. Dooms. Andrews is not really paying attention, but go ahead and give me a listen roll.
Yeah, he's listening. He's just
Okay.
not generally looking.
All right. There's the VCR is humming.
72, not good enough.
All right. And Yang for Lewis.
He's got a 65 listen.
Roll it.
Nice.
28.
28. You hear this very faint ratcheting click from inside the VCR just before the screen, you stop on the screen, and then the graphic comes up and says rewind, and you hear the tape zipping, not for very long, but for like 30 seconds. And then there's a clunk and the tape ejects.
Lewis will take the tape.
Okay. You have the tape.
I'll go ahead and hop down from my chair. Andrews will, at least, and stash his whittling supplies, making sure his Buck 119 special is still in its place under his flannel shirt, and
Okay.
approach the rest of the group. So, who are you guys, anyways? You have first names?
Yeah,
Harris pipes up.
Go ahead.
I'm Harris.
That's your first name, huh? All right. What about
My
you?
name is Eddie. You can call me Ed.
Eddie.
Or hey you, I don't care.
Right on. Well, it's nice to meet you, Eddie.
Lewis.
You the king cop around here or what?
Yeah, that's what they call me.
Yeah, I'm Jimmy. James. Happy to meet you all. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna keep while he's talking. I'm gonna keep blabbing into this mic, pointing it above my head, and maybe pointing to the door. Right.
Lewis will go over to the door, and he will use the peephole to see if there's anybody out there.
No, there's no one out there. Yeah, Dooms, if you could turn up your gain a little bit. I think folks are having a little trouble hearing you.
Yeah, that's because I'm talking in a low voice, so I don't know how that's coming over.
Okay.
Which
Yeah,
is
I just
the
the
role-playing
voice
aspect.
is great. Yeah, just bring up the gain a little bit.
All right.
Wow, 401 views. I know a lot of that is traffic from over on X, but thank you guys very much. Very, very much. Yeah, these go to 11, Kabuki. Okay. Dying Breed Tabletop, a question. What edition are we running? Generally speaking, I use the mechanics of 4th, but Delta Green, Call of Cthulhu, it does have more modern stuff baked into it that is technically 5th edition, but the core of the rules really never changed from 1st all the way through 5th. It wasn't until 6th and 7th that they started changing deep game mechanics. All right, so you guys have it. I'm sorry, did someone say they were taking the tape or just ejecting it?
Eddie's gonna take the tape.
Eddie's okay.
Eddie's gonna be careful when he pulls it out. He wants to look for fingerprints on it later, but he would like to leave the room soon.
Okay.
Right. So he'll grab the pads as well, with the ones that people didn't already take. He's taking them all.
Okay.
Just to see if there's something there.
That's fine.
It looks like we got a direction to go to, so what do you say we head there?
Does Eddie think he knows which side of the planet this is on based on the... I mean, I'm assuming they're lat long?
Yes, they are lat long coordinates. You don't I mean, you'd need a map. You'd need...
Well, I mean, if one side's negative and the other one, I'm just trying to get a general idea if it's on the other side of the world or on this side.
No, it is based on your previous work. You're fairly certain it's in the Conus.
Okay, perfect. Eddie's gonna start walking towards the door, and he's gonna continue to point at that stupid bug, and kind of gesture that let's get the hell out of this room.
Yeah, Lewis will be right behind him.
Okay, Andrew Steckler.
Yes, same.
Yep. Yeah, Harris will follow as well.
Okay, I'm sorry, Harris. All right, so you guys make your way out. Let's see. All right, you don't see anyone. No one seems to take any interest in you. The evening clerk is checking in a couple with a kid. There's a couple of probably businessmen laughing and talking too loud at the hotel bar. Guy sitting in the lobby reading a newspaper. That's really about it.
The pads, they had pens or pencils?
They had pens.
Damn it. I'll go up to the clerk and I say, hello, hey, buddy, there. Can I get a pencil from you? Do you have one I can borrow for a second?
Just a minute, sir.
Sure. I can wait.
He continues checking these people in. He leans over and rings the bell. He kind of gives you a steely glare and then goes back, smiling warmly at these people. Another concierge comes out and she says, "Yes, sir. Good evening. How can I help you?"
I was just asking your companion over here, I guess, comrade, coworker, whatever, if I could borrow a pencil for a few minutes. I just need to write some stuff down before I forget it.
Of course, a pencil. Will a pen do?
No, a pencil would be preferred if it's possible. I might need to change stuff.
Okay. All right. Let me see here. Oh, here we are. She holds up a yellow number 2 Faber-Castell with a worn down eraser cap on it.
All right, I'll take it from her and say, "Thank you, ma'am. That's mighty friendly of you. Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Was what I just did rude? Just, I mean, be honest, right?"
No, sir. I'm more than happy to lend you a pencil.
All right. I mean, he's going to look back at the clerk, right, over his shoulder. Yeah. And
I mean, you basically just like he was talking to these people, checking them in, and you just kind of,
I know I did.
Okay, that's cool.
I just don't know if she saw it or not, right?
So what are you doing? What are you doing with the pencil? I'm dying.
So I'm assuming there's a table somewhere in here where I could sit. Yeah. I'm going to sit at it. I'm going to pull out those pads. I'm going to use the pencil to swipe the top page of each of those pads.
The imprints from things written above them.
Something, yeah. I mean, I'm sure half of them are Domino's Pizza, but whatever.
Yeah, no, there's nothing on any of them.
Damn. And as he goes through each pad, he's like, "Damn it!" And he'll put it aside and then do the next one.
Yeah, Dying Breed nailed it from the 3-point line. Okay, so
Harris will hand over his pad and say, "You want to try this one?"
Yeah. Let me take a look at that one. And he'll
Nothing.
grab it.
Nothing. Either of you other guys?
Sure. Lewis will give over the 2 or 3 pads or however many he took.
Okay. And Dooms, how about Andrews?
Yeah. James Andrews is just going to look around like he likes to do. He's not entirely comfortable in this situation.
Okay. Kevin, the only thing, one of the pads has a game of Hangman, and the other has a rather badly drawn dick. Other than that, there's nothing.
Just like I thought it would be. Sadly, these guys must be professionals. So he's going to leave the pads on the table, and then he's going to look at the tape. He's going to very carefully examine the tape.
Yeah, and while he's doing that, Lewis is just going to say to everyone, "Maybe it's better if we don't talk here. There's a diner in town. Public should be a safe place. We can get a booth in the corner."
I'm kind of hungry. That sounds like a good idea anyway.
Harris will grab the pad back that he handed over and say, "Food sounds good."
All right, so you guys depart the hotel. No one gives you a second look. I'm assuming you all drove here one way or the other.
I drove my Jeep. Yes, sir.
It depends. Where are we at exactly?
You are near. You are near. What is the name of the suburb? Hang on a second. Your game master, your keeper of horrors, has failed you. Okay. You are near to Reston, Virginia.
Okay. So literally, yeah. I was literally I just left work. It's 2 blocks away.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I figured.
Oh.
We were all right in that place.
Well, he was in a basement office with no windows, and cue balls, but those nasty cue balls that have the little steel legs on either side. So like the air disturbed getting up from your desk can cause them to fall. Not that anyone cares, because the basement office you're in, there is no one else.
That's right. It's just me.
For you, Steckler.
Well, I would have gladly driven from Colorado in 1989 over to this place.
Yeah. So, but Harris, it's, I mean, kind of the same thing. You're in a basement lab at the EPA offices. But as far as Lewis and Andrews are concerned, you guys are way the hell off in rural Virginia. This was like an all day thing for you, which makes the fact that you all that you all walked up at almost exactly the right time. That's a little interesting.
And I would ask James Andrews and Lewis, they never encountered each other or anything like that. They were off in totally different parks or whatever.
No, you guys do not know each other.
Right on.
You recognize the Forestry Service park law enforcement uniform, and Lewis, you recognize Andrews U.S. Forestry t-shirt, if you're still wearing that, Dooms, if you're still wearing that.
Yeah, I just happen to have a flannel kind of over it.
Okay. Alrighty. So anyway, Andrews said that he drove his Jeep. What about Steckler, Harris, and Lewis? How did you guys get here?
Yeah, I would have drove my. I have a small car, the Honda Civic. Before it was a good car.
Oh,
I would have taken my Volkswagen Bug over. It's got the mandatory flower in it.
So
it was a Honda CVC. It wasn't.
I was going to say Honda CVCC. Yeah.
Before it was a Civic. Yeah.
Sounds like a moped motor in there.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got like a blast pack on the back and
exactly
cambered wheels and whatnot.
Right, and a tailpipe the size of a basketball. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I have. Yeah.
Yeah, Lewis probably drove his National Forest Police. I'm not sure what they would have used back then. Some sort of like proto SUV.
Oh, this would be a
Bronco, maybe. I don't know.
Either a Bronco or a Ram conversion.
We'll go with
I
Bronco.
would have chosen International Scout myself, but it's government, so.
All right.
Don't get a
it's
choice.
green. It is slightly metallic green. All right. So you all have your vehicles. Do you plan to meet up somewhere, or?
We were talking about the diner.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's a Denny's nearby, a TGI Fridays, a Bennigan's.
I mean, if we were Boston, I'd say let's go to the Bull and Finch, but we're kind of far, so let's just find something nearby.
Yeah, I think I saw Mods down the street.
You gotta
You
love
lead the
that
way.
beehive hairdo.
Good law enforcement.
Follow me.
So I'll follow him if I can. I'm not sure I'm fast enough.
He'll take a look at your car and look you up and down, and then he'll just drive real slow.
Yeah.
Harris will be in the back with the Bug.
Yeah,
the only
Steckler's like as he's driving, he's lynching forward, trying to help push so it goes a little faster.
Yes, you are. The only way to get your car to accelerate quickly would be to throw it out the back of a C-130 in flight. All right. Let's see. All right. You arrive, all of you, at whatever chain restaurant you want. It is.
Mods. Yeah.
I don't know what Mods is, but I'll take your word for it.
Local diner.
It was a TV show, but it's a diner today.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you go in. It's not terribly crowded. Most, this is the kind of place for that one guy who knows that one place that's really excellent, and he brings a friend here once every 18 months. Drunks and potential criminals who usually don't order anything other than a Coke and some fries. So you can kind of have your pick of the seats. What do you guys wish to discuss?
All right. So how did you guys all end up here? I mean, how did we all end up at that same room at the same time?
Eddie's going to say, I know this is going to be hard to believe, but apparently I don't keep my mouth shut. So kind of got shut up in this back rooms of an office. And I get this message on my printer. And the only discernible signal on that is this little line right here. And I'll show it to him. So this is how I found out.
That around with you. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm taking it with me. Yeah. I'm not leaving it back where it is. Somebody could steal it. I'm a bid sysadmin anyway.
I if it's possible, I sit on the outside of these types of booths and these types of places. I don't like feeling confined.
So you're gonna pull a chair up from one of the stand tables to the booth? Is that what you're saying?
That would be the preference if there's one around.
Blocking the hallway, the walkway.
Hey.
I mean, there's no header, footer, trigraph, or anything on this paper, so it's obviously clean for me to walk around with.
Sure. The waitress comes over and takes your orders. It's diner food. It's patty melts. It's burgers. The salad comes with like an ice cream scoop of mayonnaise laden tuna on it. There's no escaping that.
Hey, lady, can I get a poached egg on my burger? That's really what I'd like to have.
Give me you know what? Give me a luck roll on that.
Okay. Let's see. What is my luck today? It's a primary attribute, right?
Yeah.
45.
Right. 45. There you
All
go.
right. 82.
Moon's over my hammy.
Yeah. Sorry, sweetheart. No substitutions.
Lewis will say, "Here, try some of the biscuits and gravy."
Oh, look at it. I think I know somebody would call that wallpaper paste. But he'll get a spoon and try it anyway. Is it gross?
It's passable. That's
Okay.
biscuits and gravy. You guys are close enough to the interior of Virginia that they know how to make proper biscuits and gravy. So I'll say yeah.
I was like, just like Mom made. Almost okay.
Harris will go with the standard fries, burger, soda.
All right. So you guys have got your food. So Steckler just asked you guys how you all wound up in the same place.
Look, where I work in the forest, we had some crazy deaths earlier in the year. I never seen anything like it. It was hot in the summer. It was in the 80s, right? But there were these people that froze to death, frostbite. I found this fanny pack that someone turned in, and it had this piece of paper in it. And then what did the paper in my fanny pack say?
The paper in your fanny pack said, it said, second, green box 17, and then directed you to an address.
So I go there and I find this gun, and I get the directions to meet up with you guys.
Harris chimes in and says, "Yeah, I was doing some water testing, and there was some strange looking water. I kind of noted it and did a little bit of experimentation on it, and didn't act like normal water. So I reported it, and I got moved to some backwater job that I'll never get out of. I got a box of test tubes, and I found a similar note and same instructions. That's how I met you guys."
Yeah, same story here. After I found those bodies, they moved me down to Grundy. I'm spending all my day looking for stills in the middle of the woods.
What do you mean by place, Lewis?
What?
What do you mean by place? This place? The place in our lives? You asking how I got here? Like here?
Yeah.
In the
How'd you get to
present?
that room?
All right. Well, at first it was the trees that did. It could go back a long way. At first, it was the animals that moved within the trees but did not. Then papers lay on the seat of my Jeep. And the pistol as well. I ditched it in the river. Drove over right away.
It kind of seems like we all have weird instances where we found something that somebody didn't like and shuffled us off to bury us in a hole somewhere.
But, I mean, what have we really found? Some weird stuff. So, I don't know. Now we got this tape with like some Linda LaRouche kind of conspiracy, but I don't know. I don't know how any of this thing, how any of this makes any sense.
Steckler speaks up at this point and says, "Yeah, you know, I don't believe in any of that stuff, right? I just kind of figure what I can see and what I can touch is the real world around us. But look, I'm a pretty smart fella, and I know a lot about math. I mean, that's how I got my job." He drops his voice, "With the NSA. You know, they said I was gifted, that they'd never seen a mind like mine. And when I saw that data coming over the screen, I didn't. You guys got to understand, it's like something from out of this world. It's like math and equations that shouldn't have worked together, but they did. They did. It was not. It almost drove me crazy trying to figure out those number patterns. It gave me a headache just to look at the arrangements of the numbers. I'm telling you. But you know,
I'm pretty sure you sold us.
I mean, if what we saw," and he reaches into his coat, and you guys notice for the first time, or maybe you don't, that he's got that videotape. If what's on this tape is right, I mean, this could be this could be like Watergate, man. I mean, who knows? Maybe this is some Cold War stuff. I don't know.
You think Reagan was right about that Star Wars stuff?
Look, I'm not really at liberty to talk about that, but
how do we know this ain't some commie trick?
Kevin, I was just having Steckler hold forth on his beliefs about the weird systems of numbers that you saw on your monitored satellite feed, and how plausible this was all beginning to seem. But I'll let you take it from there.
Okay. I hope you can hear me. That actually was high hole black holing StreamYard, by the way, which is really odd. But okay. Yeah, it's not often that you get signals that don't really make sense, especially after significant analysis, and then have content in the middle of it that gives you some interesting details. The fact that happens and you guys have had these other events seems like it's awful coincidental. Probably not just an accident. We're just the happy recipients of some bad news.
What, like the white noise on a TV channel after the station goes off for the night?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you'll see some stuff in there, I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a period of time where there was this weird looking dude that looked like a puppet that showed up in the middle of a newscast. Right? Why did that happen? I know why it happened, but we don't need to discuss that right now. Just seems like too many coincidences, if you know what I mean.
Well, it seems to me that it's clear we all been summoned for some types of purposes, right? So there ain't a coincidence here. The hunter's eyed know that. There's something else afoot. Lewis, you're the big money man. What do you know about this? Or what do you discern about this? You guys are all smarter in the ways of the world than I am. Too long ago.
What do you think, Lewis?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Some really weird shit we got going on here. I don't know that I really want to get involved.
You gotta tell me it's gotta be better going back to where you were. Right? I mean, I to be honest, I'm just glad I'm out of the goddamn basement. You know what I mean? Having somebody over here that actually might understand some of the pain I've been going through recently. Because it seems like we all have that same situation.
Yeah, basements
You
do
boys
suck.
do understand. You boys do understand you ain't got a choice, right?
Well, I mean, I think we have a choice. It's just whether it's going to be the hard way or the easy way, right?
All right.
I've done the hard way. Not privy to that. I'd prefer to do the easy way. So let's just embrace this and see if we can figure out what's going on. What's the worst they're going to do? You're going to find a basement under the basement you're currently in?
Yeah, man. So where are we going?
Well, those tape coordinates that they were showing to tell us to remember, like you're going to be able to remember those coordinates. I have them here, and they're here somewhere in the United States. We just got to get a map and figure out where they're at.
Let's do that then.
I mean,
King
you've
Cop
got
cool
access
with
to the
that?
computers.
Well, I mean, a library would probably be able to help us. Hell, if we really get out out of whack, we can call out the NOAA and ask them where this is at. That's probably not the best choice, but if we get stuck, there's got to be like a library here somewhere, right?
What y'all think? We get this kid to where he says he needs to go? Because I'd like to be back on my land. Well, it's the park's land, but it's my land.
Can't argue with you there, Andrews.
Let's get going, I guess.
So, I get, are we gonna just keep following each other all around, or are we gonna carpool, or how do you want to do it?
All right. Look, I've seen your car. It's fine. You can ride with me.
The good news is I don't have to worry about anybody stealing that thing. That's primarily the reason why I drive it.
So all in the effort of reducing cars, I'll jump in with somebody else because Mike's a small ride too.
One thing is, we may have to split up a little bit just to get work done in a timely manner. So maybe we should have 2 cars? Does that make
Or
sense?
they can just sew a tin can either way. And I'm driving.
I don't mind being a passenger.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to ride, hop in.
Yeah, whoever needs to ride, come on.
I'll lean over to Harris and say, you can tell the guys that need to have control.
It's okay. I mean,
Nah, it's
they're the
perfectly
outdoors. They're the outdoorsy. They know what they're doing. I'll trust them. I
Yeah,
mean,
what,
we're used to living in a basement.
Yeah. There's good things about a basement, but outside I think's better.
Yeah.
So I'll follow Lewis. I'll say I'll ride with you, Lewis. I guess Harris can ride with Andrews.
Yep.
And I'm gonna make the assumption I know where the library is here. Sadly.
Yeah. I mean, you can find the library in Reston. Who's driving, please?
Lewis and Andrews, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Andrews is driving his Jeep with Harris
Okay.
as a passenger, and Lewis is driving whichever thing he has with Steckler as a passenger.
And since Stickler and Harris are both locals, they'll be able to know where the library is and guide their drivers to them without too much problem.
Okay. And I do just want to say, just if quick interruption. I realize that most of you folks watching live on YouTube can't see this, but 545 sets of eyes on this. A lot of folks passing by. If you're watching us over on X, say hi. Just pop in the chat and say hello. Just take a couple of seconds to click. I really appreciate everyone who's tuned in and watching us this evening. Maybe come over here to YouTube and click that subscribe button. That wouldn't be terrible. All right, so you guys take off. Give me a, you know what? I gave you guys a skill for a reason. Give me a drive roll for Lewis, please.
Alrighty, his drive is
John Heater. Thank you very much. Have a good night at work, sir.
He's got a 75 for drive.
Does he get a minus because Eddie's always giving him the last minute instructions on which way to turn?
Yes, but fortunately it's not that bad. And Doom's not, I'm guessing you're not super fond of the city. So you're probably following Lewis, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I'm not super fond of the city or super fond of having a passenger, especially the one that I ended up with. So I'll accept a penalty if necessary.
Nice.
It's not too much of just give me a drive roll to make sure you stay on. Just don't catastrophically
Yeah,
40.
I'm 40.
That's
I'm
no
good.
problem. No problem. So, yes, Yang, Lewis is able to get to the library. You're able to navigate to the library just fine. You guys get there. It's open for like 20 more minutes.
All right. So, any of you guys know to use a computer, or maybe you can use an atlas?
No. This is going to be paper atlases. Yes, they have a computer.
They have like the old Apple IIs at the time.
No. They have like a central information terminal.
Oh,
It's
no.
like hooked up to a VAX system in the
Right.
basement. It's
An old
basically
Sperry.
yeah. It is basically there's a light pen. There's a light pen, and it is like literally the time it takes you to click on the screen. You can get up and walk over to the card catalog.
Wow. Thank God it's not a Tandy.
Yes.
Tandy's an upgrade. This is a Convergent Technologies BT1000.
Hey, you know, if Tim were here, he'd have some harsh things to say about you guys dissing on the Tandy now. All right, so you guys you go in. Give me who's going to be looking this information up, please.
I can look it up. I've got library use of 75.
All right,
Way better than me.
Give me a library use roll, please.
Okay.
By the way, someone
I'm
in the
sticking
chat
it
said
out in the Jeep, by the way. Sorry.
I got a 45.
Face
Okay.
palming the whole time.
you go right to the atlases and maps. You're able to pull out that big wooden shelf, lay open that book that when it's open is like 4 feet wide, and begin looking up map coordinates. So that will actually be Steckler. Give me a navigation check for Steckler.
Okay.
Yeah, you have navigation.
10%. It says default.
Well, I'm going to give you some bonuses to that because this is you have the actual coordinates and you did work for the
I have the snake patch.
yes.
I mean literally. I have this.
No, I believe it.
Okay. I actually find this funny because I didn't know that's what this character was. I had to pick something else. 73. So yeah, it's still
73. So with the numbers, you're still good. This is in western West Virginia.
Blue Ridge Mountains.
Yeah.
Shenandoah River. Okay.
I will hurt you. So yeah, looking at the lines, looking at the topographical relief, where they're indicating is right next to a lake.
Okay, I'll see if I could get the name of the lake out of there. And then, I like, well, this is where we got to go. It's right here by this lake.
It is Lake Obred.
There you go.
O-B-R-E-D.
We just got to go all the way through this stuff into the space right next to Lake Ogred. That's where this thing is. Whatever this thing is. So we're not going to be able to take this giant thing, right?
Oh God, no. That
Yeah,
you can't check this book out.
Damn it!
Library.
I use my
would be
pen and I'm circling
unhappy.
the lake right on their map.
You go to a shell and buy a road map.
Yeah, we need an atlas so we could make sure we're going to get here. Have any of us? I mean, I don't think I've been there, right? Because I've not been more than 30 miles from my house.
Well, Western Virginia is probably where Lewis is working if he's in a park that's big enough.
Yeah, it's 10 blocks by 10 blocks.
Oh no. You are in Western Virginia, not West Virginia.
Okay. Holy crap. Okay, I feel better now.
you guys are near the DC Metroplex in Reston. this is
Yep.
this is a few hours.
Straight past Dismal into Grundy, way in the mountains.
Straight to Falcons Maze. Yeah. So we need to we need to get an atlas or whatever to make sure we don't get lost on this thing. I mean, I'd use GPS if it existed.
I got
Well, we could
some.
stop at the gas station and get ourselves a map.
Yeah, Lewis will reach into his pocket and he'll pull out, a few nickels and a couple dimes, and he'll say to Steckler, "Here, go over to the photocopier and make some quick copies."
That's a good idea. So I'll grab the map and I'll try to fold it so it'll fit inside the 11x17 scan.
Okay.
And are there people there?
No, not at this hour. In fact, there is a soft chime, which you all recognize as you've got minutes. So make one. I'm going to call this, you know what? Library use. Make one library use roll.
Okay. Unfortunately, I'm not awesome at this. It's 40%.
You want me to help you?
No,
yeah,
it's too late. He has already gone over there.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't wait because I'm not that kind of guy. 98. Perfect. I took a picture of my hand.
Yes. You're like, okay, let me hold this down. And like there's an inch of the map, a useless inch of the map, and your hand. That slides out, has that wonderful hot toner smell, and a library assistant comes by and says, "Sir, we're closed."
I'm like, ma'am, I really just need a picture of this area. See this lake here? We're going to this resort right there.
He takes the map from your hands and folds it up and says, "I understand, sir. I'm sorry. We are closed. You can come back in the morning and copy it."
Lewis will pull out his badge, and his ID that's in his wallet, and he'll say, "If you don't mind, please just give us a few more minutes. We need this for an investigation."
Give me a fast talk roll for Lewis, please.
He has no fast talk skills, so that'd be 5%.
Oh. All right.
Persuade, maybe?
Yeah. Do you have any kind of persuasion or anything like that?
Nope. That's the default 15%. He's got a 75 in English.
Well, he understands you very clearly when you tell him that, and he says, "I'm sorry, sir. I would have to see some legal paperwork. He's not physically pushing you, but he's kind of started
Harris
make
chimes
the
in and
hand
says,
motions.
Harris chimes in and says, "Can we do one more copy and then we'll get out of your hair?" I've got 60 persuasion.
Roll it.
$33.
33.
All right, fine. He stands there. He folds his arms and watches you.
I'll take the map and I'll make the copy.
While she's making the copy, I'm going to look at him and say, "Transfer from the DMV, huh?"
My library use is
give
75.
me a luck roll, Kevin.
I made my library use roll 62 on a 75.
Hang on a second, because he mouthed off. Kevin, give me a luck roll.
Hey, she wanted that roll in there before that.
32. My luck is 45.
All right.
He just wasn't fast enough to try to steal the paper.
He looks at you and like you see his foot move behind the photocopier, and just as that copy is printing out, he jerks it and the entire photocopier shuts down, and he says, "Oh, I do hope that copy came out clearly. It seems that our photocopier has suffered a malfunction."
I might have to report that event to the IT department. I know the guy. He's a personal friend of mine. That's not how you're supposed to unplug those, You're
He
supposed to let them
points
go down first.
points at the front door.
Yeah,
I
the
take the
door's
copy.
over there.
I'm gonna look at it and see if it's even remotely useful.
Yeah, it is.
Cool.
I'm gonna start walking to the door, but I'm not gonna stop talking at him. And I'm
All
gonna look at him the whole time I'm walking away. You know,
Now
that's
you're
how this stuff gets broken, and people that need that stuff to the library can't use it because of you.
Click, clatch.
now you're obstructing an investigation, sweetie.
You're saying this from the other side of a heavy glass door. You guys are
We
out.
got shoved out.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll dust off my pants like I got thrown out, and I'll shake my hands at him like I'm done with you.
And his back is turned. He's walking back into the depths of the library. All right, so you guys have the copied map. You are you have a direction to go to. So,
All right. So shall we
So-
road trip?
Yeah, how late is it?
at this point, it has just turned 9 o'clock.
A.M.
PM.
And they're out here now, right? Because
Okay,
I've been
9
just
PM.
hanging
9
out in the old Renegade.
Yeah.
Okay, 9 p.m.
Yeah,
Sitting in
I'll
your
hop out
Jeep,
and
listening
go
to some
talk to 'em.
sticks or some.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, yeah. There's plenty of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll hop
Andrews
out.
was like Tommy Shaw, poet of our time, man.
All right.
Richard Wakeman, eat your heart out.
It took you long enough in there. You found
Oh, and
anything
there was this
worthwhile?
guy in there, and he was rude. And I was trying to copy. You have no idea how. This is why they shouldn't run stuff like this. They should let civilians do this that aren't part of the system. You know,
I take the map over to Andrews and
Library
show it to him.
volunteer.
I know. I don't care.
I take the map to Andrews and I say, "Do you recognize this place? That's the coordinates."
So we just got the coordinates written down. That's what she's brought me.
No, we got a picture of the lake.
No, we got
an
a
area
photocopy
around
of the map.
She's got like a section.
Right.
Now,
I mean,
I want to point out,
Go
I
ahead.
just want to mention, this is a topographical map. This is not like, here's Highway 17 and here's County
Right.
Road 38.
We
This-
still need an atlas.
Yeah, well, what James is wondering is if he might have a map of that he can match up in the Jeep glove box, the Renegade glove box.
Yeah, like lakes and
Yeah.
waterways and such.
Okay.
Right. So that I can get a road map and
Since
identify it that way.
since that's outside of your area of patrol, I'm going to say that it is down to luck as to whether or not you have a Western Virginia / West Virginia covering, Phillips or Shell, whatever map in your Jeep. Roll it.
Yes, sir. 45 or less. Oof.
No. But
So
it's not to say you couldn't get one. I'm just saying,
We just don't have.
Yeah,
one.
I thought it would be cool if I could just grab one. Right.
So it's kind of late, and since we really haven't been out there, I mean, I don't know, maybe Harris, maybe you've been out there before. It seems like a lakey kind of place for you with water and stuff, but maybe we should get a map atlas tonight and then leave in the morning so we're not driving through the darkness to try to find this place where we don't even know where it is.
Yeah, it's probably best. We
Sounds
should be
good
able to
me.
get some maps at a gas station. They have those for travelers all over the place.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's not going to be a problem.
Like those,
And you know,
AAA things.
Yeah, we got at my mom's place, we got this place over the garage where you guys can hang out overnight, right? It's got a nice view. It's got a porch light. You can look down at the field. Unless you want to get a hotel or whatever. I mean, that's up to you.
Yeah, I thought you guys hung out in the basements, man.
Oh, that's where I work, right?
No,
my
that's where
house
you
doesn't
work.
have a basement. Well, it's my mom's house.
Well,
well, I
She
think
won't mind, I
Jen
tell
just
you.
missed you.
She'd be thrilled for me to bring some friends by.
Friends, huh?
Well, I think I know you guys well enough to consider you friends. Maybe I'm a little bit forward that way.
Yeah, that's all right. My friends call me Jimmy. Steckler.
Okay, Jimmy, you could call me Ed, Eddie, or just hey you. I don't mind either way. Shake his hand. But I pulled his hand out, my hand out, so he could shake it.
Oh yeah, I grasp it. Squeeze a little bit hard on that pasty thing.
Hey, not so hard, you brute. I mean, it's good to have big friends and all
sorry,
that,
man.
but don't use it against me.
Yeah, man, I'm a rock climber by trade, you know. Anyways,
why don't we all stop by a Kroger and pick up some supplies for the trip tomorrow?
That's a good idea.
All right.
You know what?
Up in this neck of the wood, it's a Harris Teeter, but absolutely you can stop by and pick up some supplies for the road. Whatever it is you're after, you do so, and Eddie takes you over there. His mother is the picture of 1950s sitcom mom politeness. She is just as nice as could be. She fusses a little bit. Eddie, you should have told me you were bringing over company. I would have made a cobbler.
I'll lean over to Andrews and I'll say, "Don't try the pickles; they're absolutely disgusting. Just deny it, okay?"
Anything, man. All right.
She makes
So-
them herself, and she's really proud of them. But man, I can't stand those things.
So you all hit the sack. Next morning comes. What do you tell your mom there, Ed?
Oh, I'm just gonna, before I go to bed, I'll go over there and I say, "Yeah, these are my new friends. Since I got moved in at the workplace, I haven't had that much opportunity. These are really good people, right? And they're helping me solve some problems. We all kind of share. So if you could do me a favor, be really kind to them. And in the morning, I assume some of them are going to want scrambled eggs, not just poached eggs like me. So can you do that for me, Ma? I really appreciate it. Seriously.
She's your Ed's mom is accommodating,
Enabling.
enabling, so
Does sorry, while we're there, does Steckler by any chance happen to have like a G.I. Joe or a Transformers collection in his room?
Transformers would be a little bit soon for this time.
It's all
1989.
Micronauts, dude. I only have Micronauts.
Micronauts.
Yeah, I have Micronauts. They're really cool. If you look at the box, and it's got all this Japanese art and writing on it, I say, check this out, right?
So-
And hey, look at this. There's these comic books. You'll call them comic books. That's not what they call them, but you want to check it out? And I'll show them the imported stuff I got
right.
for early anime stuff.
Evening passes.
Let's get to the end.
He inflicts message from space on you. He's got a big clunky top loading VCR, and so the rest of the evening passes uneventfully. You get up the next morning, you have a perfectly lovely breakfast, and then you head out. Your trip across Virginia into West Virginia is uneventful. following the map that you've been able to put together, someone, let's see, probably it's going to be Steckler. Does Steckler have navigation? I forget.
He does not. Nope. Just
He
default
does not.
10%.
All right, Yang, how about Lewis? Does Lewis have any kind of navigation?
Navigation, he does not. He has tracking.
Give me a tracking roll.
It's the Irish guy that
Alrighty.
had all the navigation skills.
His tracking is 80.
Okay, easily done. You can follow. You guys are getting seriously up into the piney woods. You stop periodically. You check the topo map against your road map. Eventually, you come to a spot on a 2-lane road. It's in some low mountains. You think you're probably in the I guess it's the Smoky Mountains up there. There is on the side of the road a gravel paveway and a steel fence there that's closed. It says USGS access road only. There's a chain and a padlock.
You guys aren't associated with the U.S. Geological Survey, are you? I'll look at Anders and Lewis.
Lewis will just shake his head.
Well, we got to stop, right? Because we're in different vehicles.
Yeah, I mean,
So
you guys
that's-
pull up alongside when they, yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming we're getting out to look at the lock, but yeah, maybe I
Yeah.
shouldn't have skipped that far.
This I seen you driving, and there's more one way to skin the cat, my man. Good job, nonetheless. What you guys think?
Well, you know, when I was in high school, I was, let's just say, an apprentice locksmith. So if you kind of just look the other way, maybe I could get it open.
Do you have pick lock?
40%.
All righty, go ahead and roll it.
All right.
Blue Ridge, thank you, Daniel. Blue Ridge Mountains.
Shenandoah River. Oh God, why am I? These dice are in the wrong order. I gotta fix that. 59. No.
Yeah, this is a this is a big old padlock. Now the fence is not so high that you couldn't climb. I mean, it comes up to like just under your rib cage. You could climb over this. So this is this is like the lock is there to keep honest people out.
Okay. I'll when I try to unlock it, I'll say, son of a, they got spools in this thing. I never was able. That's not something I actually learned. So either we have to jump the fence or find another way in. Can we? What's beyond the fence?
A gravel paveway that runs back into the trees.
I'm looking at Andrew's Jeep. Does it have a powered winch on it?
Dooms does it?
I was going to ask if it could potentially even have some bolt cutters. I don't know. That's your obviously. I didn't deck out a Jeep. You know.
Actually, as far as bolt cutters go, those Lewis, you have bolt cutters in your car.
Sure, he'll go get them.
All right.
Okay.
Well, that's the right way to do it. You know, less damage. I'll stand back, but he's going to watch very closely what he does.
Of course.
All right. Let's see. You know
Bolt
what?
cutters aren't that hard to use.
No, I know, but I
Fair.
want to see where he cuts it.
Ah,
All right. Yeah. Do you cut the lock or do you cut the chain?
Well, since he's been in the forest and, as a cop, he's going to know he better cut the chain.
Yeah, see, he knows what he's doing. That's the hasp on that lock's actually hardened steel and the chain. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Give me we're gonna do a resistance check, Yang. Roll percentage dice. Just don't bungle it, and I think you'll be fine. Yeah, no problem. Ping.
Well, look at that. You're gonna be a locksmith one day, Mr. Lewis.
This is the lockpicking investigator, and today we have a. All right. So yeah, you snap the chain. Everybody, give me a luck roll, please. We're going to start with Kennick. Give me a luck roll.
Ouch.
86.
86.
Yang, give me a luck roll.
That roll.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, 72.
72. What is your luck?
55.
All right, let's see.
18 cultists pop out behind bushes.
No, it's an even 20. Okay, just as you do that, a West Virginia Highway Patrol vehicle rolls past and slows to a stop. He leaves his car. He comes out. He's not touching his gun, but he's got his hand resting on his belt near his gun, and he's walking towards you and says, "Good afternoon, folks. What seems to be going on here now?"
Eddie knows to keep his mouth shut, so he's not saying a word.
And James looks down and kicks around the sand a little bit.
So Lewis, he'll bring out his badge again, and he'll say, "Well, I hate to say it, but we got reports that someone's growing some pot in there, so we came to check it out."
All right. We're gonna do law enforcement roll. Give me a law enforcement roll.
Thank God. All right.
Dice tells you are fired. That was a Trans Am. That was a Pontiac Trans Am.
Oh, 74 roll, and his law is 75.
Okay. He looks you up and down, looks at the rest of you, and says, "Uh-huh. So somebody's growing that wacky tobacco back on that land?"
Well, that's what we got a call about. So we got, environmental specialists here to see if, one, make sure we got the right plant. You don't want to bust someone for tomatoes or tobacco or something like that, but we gotta check it out.
Harris starts naming off different plants and that kind of thing, using the scientific names to sound all fancy.
Do you have biology?
Actually, I do. 77.
Roll it.
The real question is, does he have biology?
All right. He nods and looks around and says, "Well, you federal boys, you sure do like to come up here and stick your noses in things.
Oh.
You think I'd get a goddamn call from the county about this? I told them, let me know when you federal boys were coming up here."
I apologize.
If I may, being that we're federal boys, I don't talk a lot. But you happen to get a key for that there fence? That there lock? We can go in any ways we want.
He looks at the cut fence and says, "Hell no, that belongs to the USGS. I don't have a
Right
key for
then.
that. Y'all should have had a key for that. Son
And
of a
why you
bitch.
here?
Shoulda. So he'll try to calm down a bit, and he'll say, "Well, I know I hate to step on people's toes, and I apologize, but with these people growing this stuff, if they got word that we were coming out, and they could disappear with everything. We're hoping to catch them with their pants down, so to speak."
All right. He goes to his patrol car, comes back with some basically blank incident forms and says, "Now you listen to me, boy. I want the yellow and the green copies of this delivered to me at this address, stamped right here on these forms." He takes your hand and slaps them into them. "I am sick and tired of you feds acting like just because y'all all up in D.C. that you own everything from here to the Mississippi. Now, what I ought to do is get my deputies out here and run ass over tea kettle over this whole land. But I know what you're here for. You're here to get your big win, your big Miami Vice drug bust. That's what y'all here to do. Steal all the glory, get all the funding for yourselves." He walks back to his car.
As he's walking
If
away,
you rolled over the fence, it'd help us out.
as he's walking away, Lewis is going to ask, "Say, Sheriff, when was the last time you had some other feds come out here?"
He walks back and points at the fence there. He's still got a sheaf of the paperwork. Well, no, he's got his ticket book. He's got his ticket book, and he points at the fence and says, "They come and go all the time. I don't know what the hell the USGS is doing up there. They don't tell me anything.
All right. Well,
Look,
I would
get
definitely
your business done. Height, you find any of them potheads, any of that hippie bullshit up there, you call me straight away.
absolutely.
My department gets a piece of this, Height." And he
Absolutely.
marches back to his car and drives off.
Okay, yeah. Eddie was going to try to get another sheet. So there's three pages, the same thing.
He gave you 2 forms. They're tractor fed peel off things down the side, but they're all held together. And they're both the same form.
Okay, so we have his number on 2 different pieces of paper.
Yeah.
Okay, so I say we split those up, so
Yeah.
the same person doesn't have both, just in case we got to call that guy.
People familiar with West Virginia, don't at me. It's for Chesterfield County, West Virginia.
So Lewis will say to the group, "Hey, before we go on in there, maybe we should park the car somewhere a little more hidden. If they got GIS guys coming in all the time, we don't want them to see the cars."
Okay,
Oh,
so the cut that the road is in is a little built up on the other side. And it's a little bit built up on this side too. So I'm going to need some driving rolls if you guys are going to put the cars off the road unseen and do it without getting stuck.
Heck yeah.
All
so
right?
they easily fit through the gate. It's past the gate where we have trouble.
No, past the gate, you can keep going, but you guys were talking about putting them off the road.
Yes, agreed. Okay.
So let's see a roll for Lewis Yang. Not a problem. You find a patch you can pull into. You think it's far enough up the gravel drive. Dooms, let's see a roll for Andrews. Given that it's a 4x4, I won't say you get stuck. I'll just say you can't find an appropriate place. Which, given that this paveway just continues back, just keeps going and going and going and going back, you're not sure how far you'll have to walk anyway. So I know that's crazy, Dying Breed. 600 views. Thank you, everyone. If you're watching over on X, please give us a hello. Say hi in the live chat. I'd love to hear from our viewers over on X.
So Lewis just he basically pulled off the road, and then I tried to pull off the road, and it was clear that I wouldn't have a stable footing for the 4x4 and whatnot. And then the road continues along farther.
Right. He got the only free parking space. There's trees and too much stuff otherwise for you to find a spot.
Right. The only alternative is to leave it in the road then.
Or
perhaps
continue,
for a moment.
Or continue driving up the paved way. Because like I said.
Yeah, but he's already parked, right? So I would be leaving them behind.
Well,
that's up to you.
Unless we all climb in.
You know the situation.
Hey, why don't we take, if you can't find a space here, why don't we take your car in? And then that means we for sure got a way back if something happens.
Hello again, John Heater.
The limit is usually one passenger. I got room.
I'm just going to point out
there's fine.
There's room for more people in the Jeep.
Well, of course there is. However,
no, I'm just saying that
way.
They notice that there's, you know.
Oh, right.
I mean, you're driving.
Social AC. Okay.
Well, it's generally a better idea to leave a couple people in the back anyway.
So before we go, Lewis is going to grab a few snacks and the first aid kit that he bought the night before.
Okay, certainly.
Well, lawman, you got the front seat with me. I suppose you're riding shotgun then.
All right.
Okay, so you drive for a good 10 or 15 minutes. This is not a driveway. This is this you're going into an interior wilderness area here. This isn't, well, surely the next turn we take there, nope. It just keeps going. The air is fresh and clean. Only even the engine sounds seem swallowed up by the trees around you. There's just the crunch of gravel as the tires passes over, and soon that just gives way to dirt. And it is dirt. It never becomes grass like you're just going through somewhere, but the gravel does give way. Take care, Dying Breed. Thank you for hanging out. But you continue to drive until the forest belt gives way. You're driving through open sunshine. There's little stands of trees. The ground is lowering as you go. There's tall, almost reedy grass. Dooms, on your left, straight ahead, you can see there is a concrete slab blockhouse, flat roof. Looks like it's got a little ventilation fan on top. That's on your left, and the dirt road, the paveway that has become the dirt road, turns and comes to a stop right next to it.
All right. So I assume I happen to have driven up in Morgantown, West Virginia, on a place just like this.
Wow!
8 years ago.
All right.
Yeah, and I assume it's really narrow because the destination on the end is the only place that people are going to be leaving from, right? So that's it. I mean, this is the house on the end, basically. I mean, he sort of branches off and right. All right, I'm gonna pull up sort of gingerly, cut the headlights, keep the floodlights on, then turn off the engine.
You can certainly
turn off
have them
those.
on.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
in the
it's still
clear.
pretty
The sun
early.
is shining, so it's still daytime. But you can have them on.
Yeah, I usually drive with them on. It doesn't expend any additional resources. I'll turn off the Jeep.
Okay.
Well, Lewis, what do you think? We're up here at the top, man.
I don't know. If it's government, who knows what's in there?
Well, this is where we got sent, right?
So
All right.
yeah, Eddie's gonna check the top of map and the atlas and see if it's where we match.
It would certainly seem that this is it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're close, guys. I mean, obviously, it's probably within 100 square feet of here, but yeah, that's what it looks like.
What about this place over on the left, Eddie? What do you think of that?
I'll take a really close look at the place over on the left. Does it look promising, Daddy?
It's the only thing that you see out here.
I'll say, that's probably where we got to go. I mean, what else is out here?
Yeah, that's what I seen too.
Yeah.
Hey,
So,
well, you're the expert.
Yeah, I'm the expert. Uncomfortably looking away.
I uncomfortably look away too, but for an entirely different reason.
Look, I showered, I promise.
I have PTSD, I promise.
I'm gonna start heading to the left, I guess. I'll say let's go. I mean, no days just spending without us doing anything.
Okay. 3 sides of this building are unremarkable. On the opposite side from where you pulled up, there is a seemingly very heavy metal door. It is closed flushed to the building. There's not much in the way of a frame around it. There is a lock open lying on the ground, like just an incredibly heavy duty padlock lying on the ground. The door is just like millimeters slightly ajar, and it looks like you would just grasp it by the hasp. Stenciled on there's a square of black paint next to the door. The slab roof forms a sort of porch. There is a light bulb in a metal cage here. It's red, or at least it has a red filter. Stenciled on the black square is Lacus. That's LACUS 2316. This is what you see. I will put that up on the screen so everyone can see it. Lacus 2316.
That it doesn't have any reference to that printout I have?
No.
Okay. Anybody know what that is?
Lewis just shrugs his shoulders. Or would he know?
You can give me an idea roll.
All right. Well, idea is 50-50.
Give it a shot. No idea.
Ooh.
Nope.
Are we sure it's not a no roll?
Yeah.
Harris is going to rack his brain to see if he can come up with anything.
You don't. You
Okay.
you don't.
It don't look all that much different than the numbers and letters we've been exposed to all these years, do it?
Yeah, I mean, that could be any kind of a designation. I should point out the hinges are not on this side of the door, except the hinge pins themselves. They're actually kind of embedded a little bit, so you're not gonna just, hey, we'll get a screwdriver and a hammer and be in here in 5 minutes. And the door opens to the outside.
Oh, what you got?
And this blockhouse structure is about 20 feet on a side, so it's not tiny.
What you got, King Cobb Lewis?
Harris is going to walk around the outside of the unremarkable walls
Okay.
and try to use spot hidden to see if he can see anything.
All right, give me a spot hidden roll for Harris.
It is 65
Roll it.
or less. 15.
15. Pressed into the dirt near the edge of the foundation, there is a pull tab from a soda. Looks pretty old, little bit rusted. And there is a cigarette butt. Other than that, you don't find anything.
Okay.
But that at least indicates that someone was here at some point. And the fact that the cigarette butt hasn't disintegrated, well, you can draw what you wish from that.
Pretty recent. Okay, I will share that with the group.
All right, so you have this unlocked door, and she's brought back some trash. I'm sorry, he.
Right.
Yeah.
James is going to look around. I mean, so one side of this would lead off into a chasm or something like that, or
No,
would it
no. This is
I mean-
this is just in the middle of a green way. It's just weedy and woodsy and everything else around you. There's no chasm or cliff or anything.
Okay, so we've climbed up this road, and it's mountainous region or whatever on either side, and we're at the end looking at this place, and we've got an open door.
Well, this is really, I mean, the highway that you drove through kind of got up into the hills some, but where you guys have driven off the road into is actually fairly flat, even land. So
Okay, so we climbed up and we've driven right.
Yeah. So you're kind of on a plateau sort of area.
Right, perfect. Thank you. Well, Lewis, this is your call again. I mean, what do we do? Is this the place we're supposed to be, or is it not?
I guess. Let me just take a quick look around. So Lewis is going to look around, and he is looking for any sort of I mean, they had CCTV cameras back in '89.
Yeah.
So he's going to check and see if it's being surveilled at all.
Actually, since you look up, there is a like half the size of a lunchbox camera pointed right at where you guys have been standing. There is a red light on.
Well, shit. And then he'll say to Steckler, hey, you think you could do anything about that?
I'll take a look at it. What is it? It just looks like a CCTV camera, or
Yeah, just looks like a CCTV camera. There's not even a cable visible. It's not pivoting around or anything, though.
do I see an antenna?
No.
Well, can't go that far. It's wired, so that wire's got to go somewhere. Unfortunately, it probably goes in the middle of the pole and then underground. And yeah, we don't have the tools probably to figure out where that goes. But how tall is the pole it's on?
It's not on a pole. It's hanging from the overhang.
Oh,
the
it's on the
porch area.
soffit of the house.
Yeah. Basically, the slab roof of this place extends out and makes a small porch sort of area. So you would think so that when the door is open, if it's raining, it doesn't just pour in. And it's the bracket that's holding it there is the only visible attachment to the rest of the
Okay,
the
so it
structure.
goes into the house. I'll smile and wave and say they know we're here.
Does someone have spray paint?
No one has spray paint.
No, I mean, if you really just wanted to destroy that thing, just use a rock. But they still know we're here,
Yeah,
right? So
maybe.
I'll walk around the building and see if there's anything else like that.
No, not
Up
that you
there?
see.
So
No,
you go in the
not
window, or-
hanging on the building. No.
Okay. What about? So you said how far away are the? I mean, you said there's a green belt, so there's trees and stuff. How far away are those from this house?
The last significant trees are back up the road from you
Okay,
guys,
so-
a good couple of miles.
We're talking
This
little
is-
house in a prairie house. It's in the middle of nowhere. Okay.
Except all concrete, brutalist, and it has some enigmatic number stenciled on it,
Yeah.
and a CCTV camera. So if Laura Ingalls Wilder lived in a dystopian nightmare, yes, then it is very much like the little house on the prairie.
Well, I just meant the placement of it, not necessarily the building of itself. Okay. Yeah, they know we're here. And there's only one door, so unless somebody has a pickaxe in a large amount of time, I'll go up to the door. And is there a latch, a key, a lock, a keypad?
There is a lock lying on the ground. It is a very heavy duty lock
So
that is
somebody opened
open
it.
and
It's a
lying
guy
on the
that
ground.
smoked a cigarette or whatever.
There is
Okay.
the door is slightly open. The hasp that the lock fits into, which seems to be made of the same incredibly heavy alloy, is the only place that you have where you could touch the door to open it.
Okay. Yeah, I missed. You did say that before, so I missed that. Well, we didn't come all this way to stop here, did we? Maybe we should go inside. Hey, I wish I knew who was
I
in
guess.
You said the lock is sitting on the ground.
there. Yeah, it's open and waiting for us to pull the latch or pull the hasp and walk in. Nobody
Well,
has to have a smoke bomb.
I think
do
we
they?
should take the lock with us so they can't lock us in here.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. You're a smart guy. I wouldn't have thought of that.
All right, you can pick the lock up. This thing's heavy. This lock weighs like 1.5 pounds or 2 pounds. It is a serious piece of metal.
I'll hand it over to Harris. I'll say, normally I loop that around my belt loop, so I don't have to have it in my hand. So that's going to pull your pants down.
I look at Ed and I'm like, really? We've got
All right.
two really strong guys here, and you give it to me.
Well, I mean, you're the one that had the idea, right?
You have
Fine, I'll take
acquired
it.
the lock. Are you going
All
in
right,
the
I've got the
building?
lock.
Yeah, I'll. Ed'll. Is it enough space for me? Do I have to pull on the hasp to open the door, or can I get my fingers beyond the gap and pull it that way?
It doesn't matter. However you want to
Okay.
open the door, you can do it.
Okay. I'll.
You can pucker up and suction the door with your face and pull it open for all I care.
Got some suction here, guys. Yeah, I'll pull it open enough for me to look in, and then if I don't see anything immediately in the room, I'll open it the whole way.
At an immediate glance, you don't. There is a sickly, sweet stench that wafts out when you open the door all the way. There is a very, very short, almost foyer kind of area. And you can see the inside of this place is strangely livable. There's wood paneling just inside the door, past a thick, heavy-duty rubber floor mat. There is systems flooring style carpeting. There is a steady hum of electronics from the inside. The lights are on. When you open the door, you're also greeted by a small cloud of flies that buzz out.
I'm gonna jump back.
Okay.
Whoa! Do they fly by me, or are they flying?
Yeah,
at me?
they just fly out.
Okay.
And then, I mean, some of them then turn and fly back in. It's not like the swarm. It's like more than you are just comfortable just seeing flying around. But otherwise,
5 is more than I'm comfortable flying around. But yeah.
Then there's 10.
Okay. I'll back up and say it doesn't smell so great in there, and there's an awful lot of flies. I'll point them out if they didn't notice.
So you think something's died in there?
Yeah, I didn't think that's what it smells like, but hey, I'm not around dead bodies all that much. What about you guys, Lewis, Anders? Do you guys? Is
Well,
that
I
what
can
it
tell
smells
you
like?
that. Yeah, I haven't smelt anything, but I can tell you that flies tend to graft to and surround the carcasses. There's a law of the wilderness.
Lewis will go in there and immediately go into cop forensic mode and try to figure out what's what.
Okay, Lewis, give me a Yang, give me a SAN roll for Lewis when you go in a cop forensic mode.
Lovely. All right.
Better to just say you kind of know sort of what happens than to walk in.
77.
Oh, that's a good roll, bro.
My SAN is somewhere. Oh, 55. No, that's no good.
Okay. Yeah. So you're gonna take a. You know what? Let me see here. Hang on just a second. What is appropriate for this?
The fact that it's not just one means that it could be really bad, right?
Right.
Yeah, he's a cop, so I'm thinking it gives him like +5 SAN.
Well, I am going to say, given the amount of desiccation here, we're going to go ahead and say that's going to cost you a SAN.
Okay.
That is a temporary SAN loss. There is a body. This individual is wearing, you think it's a male, but this individual is wearing a short sleeve shirt and a tie. They are slumped. The corpse is slumped against a wall, kind of leaning to one side. Putrefaction has begun. There are 3 bloody stains. It's just all kind of blended into one, actually. Blood smear up the wall. The room itself is one wall is dominated by 6 black and white TVs. There are various types of buttons. There's some kind of control panel at the base of these. There's a what you think is a chemical toilet. There's a cot. There's some other kinds of crates, a couple of chairs. the whole place is really kind of chaotic, like it's been ransacked. One thing you do notice is there is a what looks like something thin and black, like strands, just strung everywhere across the room, like just scattered, just strung. It is like one continual rat's nest of these thin blackish brownish strands that are everywhere around the room. There is a separate monitor off to one corner of the room. It is sitting on a table facing up slightly. There is a very comfortable looking chair directly in front of that.
So you say strands. Do they look like wires, like wires for video cables, or
no?
Or-
Give me a do you have any, does Lewis have any kind of electronics?
no?
Okay. They feel kind of plasticky. If you touch them, they crackle a bit like leaves. They're some of it is crumpled up, almost like wadded up in one corner, but it's pulled everywhere. So you're not sure what that is. What is Andrews and Harris doing? Steckler, are you still standing back?
Yeah, when he went in there, I guess I'd follow him in.
Okay.
I know that's stupid, but that's
give
what
me
he'd
a
do.
give me a sand roll.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. All right. Got to do it in the right order this time. It's always backwards.
I mean, you can always roll one, say that's tens, and the other, and that's hundreds.
71. My sand's 45. So.
All right. Ooh, that is, oh man, poor Eddie. He is not used to that kind of thing.
Nope.
Temporary sand loss of 4.
All right.
That is not significant enough to trigger any serious emotional crisis, but that's not like Magnum PI where, you know, the guy takes a shot and tumbles off camera. This is someone's lifeblood spattered up on the wall. This is when you were a little, well, I guess you would have been an adolescent, but your mom made the mistake of letting you stay up and watch Helter Skelter starring Steve Railsback as Charles Manson. That kind of affected you, and this is sort of giving you the same vibes, only it's worse. Okay, how about Harris? Did Harris go in?
Harris is examining the inside of the door to see if there's like a locking mechanism in that, or if it's just on the outside.
No, but there is a knob. There is a brushed aluminum doorknob. It doesn't have a privacy lock on it, and there's no actually, you know what? There is a hasp. There is like a latching mechanism, but no bolt, so it can't be locked from the inside. But
that's peculiar.
It can be closed from the inside at least.
So they can lock it from the outside, but you can't lock it from the inside.
And how about Andrews?
Yeah, so is there anything to give him the opinion that there's anything weird inside? Because James is pretty fragile in the first place in his mind. You know, which is why he looks at the ground and feels downtrodden and all that kind of stuff. So is there anything that would because if there's not, he'll just go in. If there is in the slightest, he'll stay out.
Well, I mean, when Eddie walked in there, he's like, "Holy hell, Lewis!" And he turns around to go out and vomit in the right outside the door.
So there's that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did do that, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it freaked me the hell out. So I'm dry heaving over there in the corner. Right,
I forgot that you came out. Yeah, there's no way.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So give me an electronics roll though for Eddie, please, Kevin.
Okay. Yeah, because I probably see that stuff before I freaked out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you're like, wow, look at that. 6 monitors. That's pretty nice. Oh, there's one over there by itself. Hello, corpse.
4%.
The room is strewn with 1/4-inch magnetic tape. Someone broke a cassette open and strewed it all about.
That's better than the way I thought it was. So I'm actually feeling a little better. So does it look like it came out of a VHS or is it something else?
No, with a roll like that, before you look down and saw the corpse, you realize, hey, somebody slung a bunch of audio tape.
Okay.
Oh God! And then you jump out and start tossing your cookies.
Yeah.
Yang, you are looking around the room now. There's this bank of controls, all these different switches, and these 6 monitors. A 7th is off by itself. Like I said, sitting, comfortable angle, comfortable chair. It's the most comfortable looking chair there.
Well, he will take a look at the monitors just to see what's on there, but he's not going to actually touch any of the controls right now. That is best left to nerds.
Okay. One of the monitors is pointing up a trail through very high reeds. There's like cattails, just sort of swampy sort of reeds. One of the monitors shows a view of a very broad, placid lake. You can occasionally see only the faintest ripple on the water, and maybe you see a bird fly in the distance, lets you know that's not just like a frozen image. There's a monitor that's rolling slightly, but looking at it, you realize it points outside. It's showing what's outside. The rest of the monitors all show different angles of presumably the same lake. And you kind of put that together because there's a dilapidated, decaying, does not look like it has been maintained in decades, dock that's kind of slumped, half submerged, and a sunken rowboat next to it. And there's a shot that looks like it's from far across the lake, but if you kind of lean in a little bit, you can see the dock there. So other than those couple changed, you think it's all the same lake.
Aside from the half submerged dock and half submerged rowboat, do I notice anything strange about the lake and its features?
No.
Then I think Lewis would he wants to start looking around. Are there any lockers? He's looking for any weapons or anything like that in here.
There is a metal grated locker. It's actually it's as far away from the little comfy chair and lone monitor as it can be and still be in here. There is one M16 assault rifle and no magazines on the shelf. There is a space for a second. You don't see it.
Well, he will get that M16 out, and he's going to check to see if there's one in the chamber.
No.
Nope. All right. And he will turn to the group, and he'll show them what he found and say, anyone know how to use one of these?
No.
I've seen those on TV. I don't know anything about them.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess I'll keep this one. I assume it has a strap. He'll throw it over
Yeah.
his back.
Yeah. And again, there are no magazines for it, and there's none in the chamber, but all right, you've got it.
Bad news is somebody out here has to have the other one that was in there.
Okay.
Probably
Now,
all the ammo.
I did forget to mention, you did see a clipboard on the console next to the monitors.
Oh, well, he'll check that out too then.
Okay. It is a time log. It's basically just dates and times. Up until a week ago, the dates next to it have been rubber stamped, where you could write something in. It's been rubber stamped, no change. After that, handwritten underneath the last one a week ago is Phillips left the facility attempting retrieval. There are no additional entries.
He'll pass the clipboard around to the others.
And there's pages basically going back to the end of the previous month, that it's literally just no change stamped over and over and over again. And sure enough, next on the console, there's a rubber stamp pad. In one of the entries, no change has been obliterated in a red pen, and written next to it is saw some kind of fox, did not react. Did I mention that? Yeah, of course. You guys know this place has power, so something's powering it.
Is there blankets, tarps, anything like that?
The cot does have a blanket on it. Yeah.
All right. Eddie's going to do his best to grab one of those blankets and try to cover the disgusting blob that is nauseating him.
Okay, easily done.
And I'll tell Anders, I'll say, hey, buddy, the worst of it's not in view. Just don't go poking around under any blankets.
All right.
But yeah, there's some interesting stuff in here that we need to take a look at. And maybe you know something?
Yeah, James will go in.
Okay.
Perhaps.
Bad smell. You can guess what's under that blanket, but it's, there's a bank of monitors. There's a monitor off by itself. Very comfortable chair sitting in front of it. There is a whole lot of. Do you tell them that that's audio tape?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll say,
yeah,
somebody's threw an awful lot of audio tape around here. What is the deal with that?
Looks like maybe 60-minute tape has been unspooled and scattered everywhere. There's a few boxes and crates. There, you've seen campers bring these in, both Andrews and Harris. You've actually had to do botulinum toxin testing for the Army. Like, hey, how long does this beefaroni last in these cans? So you all recognize these are sea ration, like field meals for the military. So
okay.
And there's a few cases of those.
Looks like we should take some with us while we're around.
Well, if they're sea rats, right? They're cans.
Yeah.
They're heavy as.
Well, we're not going to take the case.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
just
well,
going to take a couple
it-
cans.
and definitely not touching the crackers. Those are gross. So is there anything to play an audio tape or record an audio tape in here?
There is a tape player.
Okay, I'm gonna take a look at it.
It's old Bell and Howell style mono. The top of it has been literally pried off, but you can, that's a matter of convenience. You can you can put a cassette in it, and even if it needs something, you can set something on the cassette to make it play.
Yeah, I've done that myself.
Oh, there you go.
That stupid plastic carrier is just a pain.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Is there tape around it? Is there fragments of a tape around it? Does this look like? I just want to see if somebody was.
No,
playing
it
the
just
tape
looks like
and
it
decided
just
to
looks like
shred
the door. It just looks like the door was broken off.
it. Okay. So there's nothing. There's no tape stuff near it.
There's
other
no
than
tape.
the
There's
strewn
no tape
the
stuffed
room.
in it other than the strung out
Okay.
ticker tape party.
All right. I'm like, it would take quite a while for us to try to respool it and place it, but we don't even have a carrier, so it's kind of pointless.
Give me an electronics roll.
Okay.
By the way, while you're doing that, I want to answer this question. Jorge, there's a particular type of meal ready to eat that the U.S. military distributes to its troop. It is unloved. It is a vegetable omelet. It's supposed to be like a Western omelet with peppers and tomato and onion and mushrooms in it. All right, Kevin, what's your electronics?
Yeah, let me see. I gotta put my glasses on because I'm.
It is hated. The eggs don't taste right, and the vegetables are rubbery. They're universally despised. Vegetable omelet, vomlet, and then you can do the math from there.
So I have a 65, so that's
Okay.
a fail.
It's just going to take you a little bit of time, longer than that. You have to stop and sort out some knots. So you have to leave and get fresh air periodically and then come back and work on it. All that does is just mean it takes more time. What is everybody else doing while he's working on the tape?
I'm gonna stay out of here. I don't care for the stench much, being that it's a natural animal stench.
All right, how about?
Sorry, I was just gonna say Lewis is probably gonna go to the door, and he's gonna keep an eye out, outside. Like he's gonna stay inside the door frame, so he's got some cover, and he's gonna scan the area, make sure no one's coming up after us.
All right. So it takes you a good half an hour.
Harris is going to look at the cameras of the lake and see if there's anything that he notices particular.
Give me an
about
idea.
The water.
Give me an idea roll for Harris, please.
Okay. And his ideas are 80.
Okay.
Nice.
And 10.
At 10, very good. There is kind of a peculiar shimmer to it. It's weird because it must be like a amount of vegetable or something like that, because water doesn't hump up in the middle, but you almost see kind of like a hill of water in the middle of the lake for a second, and then it sort of dissipates. But other than that, it's and that's like a split second. That just could have been, there's carp and bass and catfish that get huge that could have caused that a wave like that. But otherwise, it's probably nothing. Probably. All right, Kevin, give me one final electronics check, please.
Okay. 65.
Okay. In spooling this thing together, you find the two what are they? The capstans, the little spools that they go on. So you're kind of able to get that together. You find the pieces of the plastic shell. Fortunately, whoever broke it in half literally just popped it open. So with some of the scotch tape, that there's a scotch tape dispenser there, you can put it back in. And they must have been eating fries because there's ketchup smeared on it. That's what you tell yourself.
Yes, it's ketchup.
That's what you tell yourself. So you think you've got a working tape now.
All right. I'm gonna let the others know. I'm gonna say, hey, I think I got this tape down to where we can maybe play it. I'm gonna guess, to be honest, that either this tape really enraged the person who was listening to it, or they just simply couldn't afford to listen to it anymore. Maybe just one of us should hear this until we find out how bad it really is.
That sounds good to me. Eddie.
Fair enough.
All right, so why don't you guys you just take a step outside? I'll try to turn the volume down so it's not super loud.
Okay.
Maybe find something interesting to look at, or and I'll if I come out screaming and throwing up, then you know what's happened. And I'll after they get out, I'll turn if I can see the volume control. I think there's probably a wheel, right?
It's literally just a wheel. 1 to 10.
And I'll put it on like 1.
1 to 11.
Yeah, this one goes to 11. I'll hit the tape.
All right.
Play.
You press play on the cassette. It is very scratchy. It is very distorted and crackly. A couple of times, you literally have to tap it to get it to keep going. Once or twice, you have to carefully lift the cassette out and unspool it from the
But
capstan.
I have a pencil, so I could do that.
You have a pencil, so you can do that.
Yeah.
So you get it going. What you hear is a conversation between 3 people. The first 2 voices speaking are very calm. One of them says, Paul, relax. We're going to get you some help. Just calm down. And the other person speaking, presumably Paul, says, fuck you. You know what you did. You caused this. I saw him. I know what you did. My brother is there. He's in there. I said, graduating class, Mason High School, 1975. They were in there. You know, you people did this. You caused this. Your fucking experiment. The voices are trying to calm him down, and he's getting more and more agitated as he goes. And this just builds up, this accusatory, angry, paranoid yelling, and finally one of the voices just kind of shouts over the person trying to patronize him, and the person yelling says, I'm calling this one in. This is way beyond. And then there's just chaos. There's screaming, there's yelling, there's struggling. Someone's let go of me. And you hear 3 loud pops.
And that's the end of it. It's just silence after that.
There's a scratching kind of noise that then cuts off almost immediately.
So I've only got one name out of that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try to remember the name, and I'll go outside and say, something really strange is going on in here. I wouldn't say it's necessarily horrifying or that disturbing, but somebody got real upset that their brother was, I don't know, attacked or killed or experimented on. Not sure. You guys could go ahead and listen to it if you want. I don't think it's going to be particularly disturbing, but
Give me an idea roll, please, for
sure.
Ed.
I should turn the tape over, by the way, and play the other side if there is one.
Turn tape over.
But let me roll. 95. You can guess what that is.
95. That is a fail on your idea roll.
I have an
so,
80. Yeah.
Yeah. So no idea. So anyone else wants to comment on this?
Well, it seems you've done a nice job, Stackler. Eddie. You spent your time in there. Better man than I in that case. You feel like you discovered what you could?
Well, it's let's just say enigma what really happened. Although I think the results we've seen, but there's some people missing because there were definitely 3 voices in there. We only was it one corpse, Bill, or was it more than one?
There was one corpse in there. I'm sorry. Did you say you turned the tape over and you played it?
Yes, I wanted to turn it over and play it before I go back out and explain it.
Okay. You turn it over and you hit play. Now, Eddie knows video games. He knows what a Votrax vocoder sounds like.
Okay.
Coming out of the speakers, you hear the most unusual phrase, but it sounds like it has been done by a synthetic machine voice. And we will end on this note. It says, "You do not recognize the bodies in the water." A pause of about 30 seconds, and then it repeats. "You do not recognize the bodies in the water." A pause, and then it repeats. "You do not recognize the bodies in the water." The same robotic voice repeating that over and over again. So with that said, folks, thank you all for hanging in there. Wow, we hit a grand total of 678 of you folks drove by and said hi on, well, you didn't say hi, but you stopped by on X, and I think we had like 30 folks watching over on YouTube at peak. That's very nice. I want to thank all my players for being here. We're going to be back next week, and we're going to dive further into this enigma. MJ12, Delta Green, Call of Cthulhu. You do not recognize the bodies in the water. What does it all mean? Well, you'll just have to tune in and find out. As for me and myself, I am out until Monday, everybody. I appreciate you being here. Much love to my stable of most excellent players. And I will catch everybody next week. And, the one nightmare horror that I can guarantee I probably won't unleash on my players is, of course, the dreaded owl bear. Peace. Good night. God bless. Love you all.
Have you seen my owl bear? Here's to all the weirdos everywhere in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owl bear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around. Some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. Can you ride a crooked horse without a saddle way off course? Naked as a toad all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in his little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow. From action flicks to dancing dicks, just take me to the show.